Welcome back, Towners, to week 15 of our game day food and football series. This week we're going to make a fat hand down calzone. Let's get it. Welcome back, Towners, to week 15 of our game day food and football series. This week we made a calzone, preheated calzone. It's cooled off a bit. Let me see if I can get you a close-up of it now. Nice crust all around it. Filled it with some jalapenos, pepperonis, cheese. And let's just jump into the video to show you how we made it. All right, Towners. We're going to make a calzone today. And this is for our game day food and football series. To start off, we have our bowl here. And we're going to add in some almond flour. We're also going to add in a bit. This is going to be all of our dry ingredients. We're going to add in some baking powder, as well as some psyllium husk. And we're going to season that up a bit with some onion powder, some garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning. Now we're going to take our whisk and just basically mix everything together, try to get all of the lumps into this. That's all of our dry ingredients is going to go in here. And then we're basically just going to sit that aside and start working on our cheese. Got another bowl here. All right, for our cheeses here, we have 4 ounces of cream cheese here, and we're going to add in some mozzarella cheese. And we're basically just going to pop this into the microwave for like 20 to 30 second increments. Oh, there's the oven. All right, the oven's ready for me. When I get to it, I already preheated the oven. We're going to pop this into the microwave for 20 to 30 second increments, basically enough for the cheese to melt, and so that we can start spreading around and make our dough. Be right back. All right, guys, here is our cheese mixture straight out of the microwave. This ended up taking me about a minute and 20 seconds to heat this up. Microwave times may vary depending on, how high your microwave is set for. But once this gets all melty and gooey, and that's what we basically want. Right. Now we're going to take all of our dry ingredients, pour them in, and continue with the mixing. Basically just want to get it to where that everything is incorporated with the cheese and all of the almond flour, and all of the mixture is just basically well incorporated. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add an egg to this, just to help bind everything together. There we go. Now, if you need to, if your dough starts to harden up on you or anything, or it's not as gooey as it was, feel free to pop it back in the microwave for about 10 more seconds or so, just to get it back spreadable. You don't want to do it too long after you put if the egg's not in, you can do as long as you want to get it back spreadable. But if you've already put the egg in it, you don't want to do it for too long because you don't want that egg to scramble on you. But this looks good. So now we're going to get out our baking sheet and start to basically press this out and shape our dough. All right, here's our baking tray with some parchment paper on it. I'm going to spray it with some olive oil cooking spray just to help make nothing stick. I also sprayed the top half of our dough, so that way that can help not stick also while we roll it out. There we go. Spray that one more time. All right, put a top layer down. We have to spray the top layer of this parchment paper also. And we still got our rolling pin, guys. Let's try to shape this. You know what, let me take this off the cutting board. I'm sorry, off the cookie sheet so I can roll it better. All right, that's pretty good. I want to place this back on this cutting board and then start working on our sauce just to get it out of the way. Okay. All right, now we're going to work on our sauce. Make a simple sauce this here. Got some tomato sauce here. I'll put half of this in here, about 4 ounces. I'm gonna add in some diced tomatoes in here just to make the sauce a bit chunky. Maybe about 3 tablespoons worth. I'm gonna season this sauce up with some additional Italian seasoning, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. And then mix that up. And now we're good to go. So let's start making our calzone. All right. It's a little weirdly shaped, but we're not worried about that because we're going to fold it over anyway. So once we get that half moon shape, we're good. All right, so let's put down some of our sauce. I thought I had some ricotta cheese, but I didn't. Couldn't find it, so I may have used it. But yeah, you know, you can put whatever you want down on here. The topping choices are not limited to basics. You put whatever you want. And for the dough, you really don't have to worry about, I mean, the psyllium husk and the baking powder and all that, almond flour, you technically can just go straight with cheese and, cheese, mozzarella cheese and cream cheese and be perfectly fine. I'm just doing that to see maybe if I can add a little bit more of a breadiness flavor to it. Now let's put down some pepperoni and some jalapenos. Put in there whatever you want, guys. If you got some leftovers, toppings and stuff, you can do that. You can Philly cheesesteak. You can use chicken. You know, however you guys. I'm putting a lot of pepperonis on here for some reason. That should be enough. And you know, our homies are going on here. Some jalapenos. Actually, let me hit it with some crushed red peppers also. All right, let's try to roll this over. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Try to slide it back so without breaking it. There we go. So, I mean, you basically going to get this to fold over so that all the toppings and everything stay inside. You can roll it and crimp it, or You know, some people just use a fork and clamp the edges together and have it looking like a huge empanada or something. But we're just going to try to roll it over and try to use that to form and shape our little half moon shaped calzone. Mine looks like a large rectangle. All right, now with this being a fathead dough, I don't know if it will puff up as much as a normal piece of crust would, and if steam will go inside and bust open, but I'm still going to just put a slit in it just in case it does pop open so it won't explode. Get through there. Just let the steam out and we're good to go for decoration. All right, let's pop this guy in the oven at 350 and basically until the dough is cooked, hopefully about 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll be back at you guys. All right, guys, here we are. Fresh out the oven. Took a little bit longer than expected for the dough to brown up and everything, but it's our final product. All right, Towners, here's how our calzone looked after it came out of the oven. We let it cool down a bit. A nice golden brown color on it. If you like, you could baste it with like butter or olive oil or anything just to help get a nice sheen on it, but I didn't feel the need to do so. I let it cool down a bit before I cut into it because I didn't want any, I saw some like sauce or liquid bubbling up from when I made the slit in it, so I didn't want any of that to fall out or just ooze out everywhere once I cut open into it. But feel free to stuff your calzones with whatever you like, guys. It's your calzone, it's your toppings. You're just using the fathead dough as a shell to help form it. And it definitely does a great job of keeping its crust. If I were to do anything differently, I might stuff it a bit more so that way I'd have that dome shape inside and just stuffed with everything. But hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and let's get back to our game day food and football picks. All right, guys, that was our video on how we made our keto-friendly fathead dough calzone. The video was a bit longer than normal that I normally do. Tried a little bit of a different editing style, doing it pretty much talking over while I was doing it as opposed to doing a voiceover. So let me know in the comment section if you prefer that type of style or if it's different or keep it what I was doing or just trying to change things up a little bit. But here's our fathead dough calzone. This is a lot. Let me just take a bite out and see what happens. Oh, that's good. That's real good. A little greasy, but taste everything. Mozzarella cheese and cream cheese crust. The crushed red peppers I put into it. Jalapenos, pepperonis. Yeah. I like that. Man, I'm gonna knock this out. Let's get into our picks before I kill this whole thing. I'm gonna say this half my wife or whatever she decides to get up of it, then I'll just finish it up. But last week for our picks, we did great. We went 12-2. The two games that we lost last week were pretty much the last games. The Thursday night game, the Steelers and Vikings, and then the Monday night game, the Rams and Cardinals. But we got all the rest of them, which was pretty good based off how we started off great, and then we started to fall off a little bit, and then trying to hopefully get it back. But this week for week 15, things might be a little weird. I have no clue what's going to happen with the new COVID outbreaks going on, with the new, what are they calling it? Omicron? New outbreaks. A lot of teams are out of players. A lot of teams have, I think I said, at least as of yesterday, 26 teams had players on the list, and a lot of them had over 5 or 6 players. Some teams had 10 plus. So let's see, we can only say what we can say so far off the picks. You never know what's going to happen or, last minute changes, but we're going to go based off what we got going on now. Chiefs at Chargers for Thursday night game. Yeah, it's in LA. Chiefs have been playing really well lately, but I think I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one. They're at home, hoping this for first place in the division. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Chargers over Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. Now this week we have the start of the Saturday night series where they're starting to play 2 games on Saturday and then they're planning to finish off the rest of the series on Sunday. And this week for Saturday we have the Raiders and the Browns and the Patriots at the Colts. Based on how the Raiders have been playing, I most likely probably would have picked the Browns to win this game. But they have, I think, 14 players currently on the COVID list. Baker Mayfield and a few wide receivers and additional players. I think they said 7 starters. So that's definitely going to affect them. So I'm going to pick the Raiders on this one. I don't I guess you could say what they need a break or based on everything that's happening during the season. But I'm going with the Raiders over the Browns. Patriots versus Colts. It's going to be a real good game. The Patriots have been on a crazy winning streak. And the Colts have been playing great. But if the Patriots can stop Jonathan Taylor, which I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick may come up with a plan just to do so and then force Carson Wentz to beat him on his own. I was going to go with the Colts, but after I just thought about that, yeah, I'm going to go with the Patriots. Patriots over the Colts. For the Sunday games, we have the Panthers versus the Bills. We're just going to go run through this quick. I'm going to pick the Bills. Bills over Panthers. Cardinals versus Lions. Cardinals. Even though the Cardinals lost DeAndre Hopkins for the rest of the season, still go with the Cardinals on that one. Jets versus Dolphins. Division game, you never know what could happen. The Jets might pull something out of nowhere, but the Dolphins have been on a winning streak also. So we're going to go with the Dolphins. Cowboys versus Giants. Cowboys. Washington versus the Eagles. 6 and 7. But I'm going to go with Washington on this one. Their win streak just got snapped, but I'm going with Washington. Washington over the Eagles. Titans versus Steelers. And pizza. Tennessee. I think they just signed Adrian Peterson and brought him to the practice squad. No. Adrian Peterson just left there and went to Seattle. But Tennessee over the Steelers. Texans versus the Jaguars. Wow. Where's my spinner that I flipped to pick games that I have no clue? Well, actually, no. The Steelers, the Jaguars just fired Urban Meyer last night. Texans over the Jaguars. For the late games, Bengals versus Broncos. I'm going to go with the Bengals on that one. That'd be a good game. Falcons versus 49ers. 49ers. Seahawks versus Rams. We're going to go with the Rams. Seahawks are still trying to figure things out this year. Packers versus Ravens. I'm going to go with the Packers. In Lamar, we trust, so to speak. I don't know if he's going to play. He went out the first few plays of the game and hurt his ankle. So I don't know if he's going to play. Right now, he's still day to day. So we have to make our picks now. So we're going to go with the Packers. And Saints versus the Buccaneers. We're going to go with Tom Brady. The Buccaneers at home for Monday Night Football. Actually, that's Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football is actually the Vikings versus the Bears. I'm going to go with the Bears. It's in Chicago. Monday. Might snow. Hopefully it snows there. I'm going with the Bears. Bears over Vikings. So the picks that we have, guys, this week are Chargers over Chiefs. Raiders over Browns. Patriots over Colts. Bills over Panthers. Cardinals over Lions. Dolphins over the Jets. Cowboys over the Giants. Washington over the Eagles. Tennessee over the Steelers. Texans over the Jaguars. Bengals over the Broncos. 49ers over the Falcons. Rams over the Seahawks. Ravens going to lose to the Packers. Packers over Ravens. Buccaneers over Saints. And Bears over Vikings. So we have a full schedule this week. No more bye weeks going on. So everybody will be playing this week. So it's going to be a lot of games. But with this outbreak, you never know. They said they have no plans to cancel anything this year. So we'll see how it goes. As always, guys, let me know how you like this recipe. This is a calzone that we have. Fatty head dough for keto friendly. No bread, no flour. Hope you guys like this recipe. If you have any questions or comments, always let us know in the comment section below. Let us know how your season is going. If you're doing fantasy football, if you're doing regular football, if you're betting, just what's going on with all that. And hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe.
Enjoy. And please subscribe. Enjoy.
Hey Towners, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. All ingredients and directions are listed in the description box below each video. And as always, thank you guys for watching.